Yo, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to be ranking all 19 of these stages from worst to best. Now, um, I won't be counting different versions of it, like evening or just a regular urban square, Genmanji Temple, daytime, or just a regular one. Um, and I actually don't even have Genmanji, but of course you can still play it. So I'm still counting this one. And yeah, so that's the only rules, if you want to call it that. It's not even necessarily rules, and it's that the floor blasts or floor breaks or whatever, they don't necessarily better or worsen them. Like they can better a map or worsen it, and I'll explain with some picks, but they're not like having it isn't gonna automatically make it good or bad. Let me just point out that I've been looking at this for a while. It's really, really hard to rank these because honestly, I don't think this game has any bad stages. Um, so if you guys see your stage like low, it doesn't mean I think it's shit. It just means that I think that the stage isn't as good as some of the others. Now I struggle to pick a last place, but I decided to go with Rebel Hangar. And why is that? It's just because the stage is incredibly boring, in my opinion. Um, like just looking around, there's nothing much. I mean, I just noticed that guy who I've never seen before, and that other guy. I mean, that's probably the most interesting thing about it. Like on a serious note, the only things that this stage have that I really like, or not that I really like the background is fine, but I mean like the gimmicks of the stage are the balcony break and the two floor or not floor blast, sorry, wall blasts on the on opposite ends. Overall, the stage is fine, but in comparison to the other ones, it's mostly boring in my opinion. I just remembered this feature exists, and I could just use this to talk about the stages. But next, I have Midnight Siege. So number 18, Midnight Siege. I don't know, I just froze right there. Now, I actually do really like this stage. Again, I like every stage in this game. I really like this stage. However, the reason that I personally don't think it's the best is it's honestly nothing necessarily wrong with the stage. I think the other stages do a lot better. I mean, the stage does have a wall blast over here on the side. That's cool. I like that there's kind of like a war going on. I'm pretty sure tanks pass by and everything throughout the match. I think it's cool. It's fine. Um, but overall, there's just better stages in this game. I almost forgot to mention it's actually the smallest stage in the game too. Now I have a few for the next ones that I could have picked, but I decided to go for Fallen Destiny. The reason is just because this one is so bare bones. Yes, it looks great. I love the burning trees and the waves going crazy, and I do like the what's it called? I like the broken down ship. But the reason I put this one is again, it's pretty bare bones. It's a great one, but I think that there's better ones that are kind of like this. Also, this one is doesn't have any floor or wall or any gimmicks like that. Um, but I do typically like those, but I decided to put this one above the last two because this one at least looks very interesting in my opinion. The last two are fine stages, they're good, but this one just has some great atmosphere. I like this one. Now, Sanctum is a stage that has grown on me a bit. Originally, I didn't like it much, and honestly, it's partly probably because of the god awful music on the stage. But playing it without it, I like it. I mean, of course, music isn't a part of the ranking here, right? But the stage is great. I like the two wall breaks. How you need two hits to actually break them. I think that this stage has some really interesting things when you go like look around it. See, it's like in a broken down cave and such. And same thing here. Once you go to the bottom part of the stage, two breaks here with the on each side the gates. This stage just looks really nice. Honestly, I really like it, but it doesn't compete with some of the other ones in my opinion. Now here's a stage that looks great. Like the stage looks fantastic. All the colors flying everywhere. It's like holy shit. Um, this one is a bright one, but it's great. I think it's a very nice stage. It's a great take on the traditional, arena stages that we usually get in almost every game. Um, and honestly, I just really like it. I also like how you can see like in the back you could have the characters. It's cool, and then the monitor. I think it's really really nice. Of course, it's just small stuff, but it's the small stuff that makes me like a stage. I was gonna put this next one much much higher up, but I kind of wanted to be a little bit realistic. What do I mean by that? It's like This is quite literally almost the same stage. Yes, there's a huge difference with the four breakable walls, which is why I actually like this one more. I think it adds more variety and stuff like that to the actual gameplay of the stage. But overall, I think that this stage, considering it's mostly the same, just without the audience and having the guards instead, and of course, like I'm talking mainly about the gameplay itself here, like the way it looks in game and stuff like that, and how it plays. I think I'd keep this one basically the same. I do prefer this one over the other one, but I could see why people would prefer the regular arena. This one here is a very vibrant stage. I really like the stage, honestly. Originally, I didn't like it too much. I don't know why, but looking at it more and playing the game more, I think this is a really nice stage. Um, of course, there's not much going on here, and it's another bare bone stage. But honestly, um, this is a really just I just think this one looks great, and I really like the concept of you fighting on a boat. It reminds me of that goofy ass fight that in Cobra Kai with Kreese and Silvers. It's stupid as fuck. No, I know plenty of people say that this is like the best DLC stage in the game, and let me say this: the reason why it's lower than what most people would put this is I think this stage looks great, but I can't play on this stage without thinking of the infinitely better version that was Tekken 7's beach stage. This is quite literally just Tekken 7's beach stage, like the bottom half, but with less space, I believe, and no top part, which was that was top five stage for me in Tekken 8, or sorry, Tekken 7. But here, I think it's a great stage still. Don't get me wrong; it looks nice, it plays nice, nice summer vibes, right? But it's not, in my opinion, as good as that stage, and that takes it down so much because I'd rather we had just gotten that stage, to be honest. Now, the Coliseum is a great looking stage. The stage is fantastic, I think, but um, I'm just putting it here because there's a stage that does what the Coliseum does, basically every aspect of it, but better. Now, it's of course it's a different setting, but it's like a huge stage which basically acts as an infinite one. This one doesn't necessarily do that. But the one that I'm gonna pick later on in this video does that, and I think makes the gameplay a bit more intriguing than this one because it feels for a Coliseum this one's a bit small. Like don't get me wrong, it's huge still, but for a Tekken stage, but I think this is a great looking stage, but there's just better ones in my opinion. Elegant Palace is a stage I love so much, but honestly, I have to put it here, just because I don't really it's just really difficult to keep picking stages and why. I think the stage looks amazing. I like the bottom half as well. I think that this entire stage is great, but there's just a few more that just outshine it in my opinion. Genmaji Temple. Great looking stage. Sorry, I do not have the stage though to show it off. But um, great stage. Honestly, I really like everything that happens in the stage. Like what's going on in the background, how it actually plays. It's a good stage. Only thing is, it is a bit more bare bones, and there's less to do here. Of course, the stage looks amazing, but to me, something I like a lot is when there's stage gimmicks. But I put it this high mainly because of how good it looks. If it didn't look that great, I'd probably put it with like Fallen Destiny. Not that Fallen Destiny doesn't look good, but it's like Genmaji Temple is way better. Random comparison, I know, but still. This stage reminds me a bit of the Mishima Dojo in Tekken 7, mixed in with um, Geese Howard stage. And Geese Howard stage is possibly my favorite stage in Tekken, maybe Tekken history. Um, so it's really nice to me that we have a stage like it, but instead we have three walls on each side. Yes, there's no what's it called? There's no balcony break at the end, but that's fine. You have six walls to just break through. I think the stage is great, and also it looks really good. And for some reason, there's like Blanca on the wall, so that's cool. I'm kidding. I don't think there's Blanca, but still. Into the Stratosphere is fucking sick. This stage is phenomenal. They deserve the props for this one for sure. You're literally on a giant floating rock in space fighting, and then the floor blasted there too. After the first two rounds, or whoever wins first two rounds. Um, this is amazing. I absolutely love the stage. This is genuinely fucking peak. I love this. Well, maybe not peak because there's a couple I like more, but still. Now I know there are some people who hate this stage, and if you do, I kind of understand. But this stage looks great. I mean, you're in a castle, right? I mean, I don't know necessarily. Oh, you know what I mean. You're just in a battleground here, and there's just fucking monsters in the back. And when you hit this, the animation that plays is sick. And here, let me go to default too. This there's a literal battle going on in the background, and this whole thing is a floor blast here. But like, come on, this is sick. Is there a way I could keep? Okay, no, I'm just gonna have to like look at this. This stage, ever since I originally saw it on release, I have always thought to be honestly maybe this one could be a contender. Originally when I first saw it, I thought this one was probably my favorite. But the more I play, I do like the stage, but I think there's a few that overcome it just by a little bit. Before I made this video, I looked up what people thought about some of the stages, and I heard a lot of people say they think this is the worst one, and I was honestly really surprised because I think the stage is great. There's just so much happening in the background with just a whole bunch of. It's like you're quite literally in like fucking New York or something. Maybe it is New York. I could be wrong, but Neo City. I don't know where the fuck you're at, right? But Bob Burger, hell yeah, that's tough. And then the Leroy statue over there. There's just a lot of hidden Easter eggs here, which I think is really really nice. Uh, and this is probably the best simple stage in the game. I've loved this since the demo. I think that this is just a fantastic stage. I absolutely love it. This is the one that I said was like Colosseum, but better. And what it sort of sets out to do with the infinite kind of stage. The stage is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the fucking animals in the back too, the deer. Like, look at that. That's so tough. Um, but this one, I don't even know why exactly I like it. I think it reminds me of June's stage from Tag 2. When you fight her as a boss, the pink stage looks absolutely amazing. I love it. And that stage I think is great too. Even if like the game makes it look a little like shit, but I think the stage overall is great. Same thing here. Well, I don't think the game makes it look like shit. I think the game does it a lot of justice. But yeah, look at this. It looks fucking phenomenal. I give no fucks what people say. Ortiz Farm, if there were no DLC stages, would be top two. There's only one stage that's not DLC that's better, and it still makes top three. I absolutely love everything about the stage. Seriously, even the bottom part. I know some people don't like it because it's too small. But I absolutely always loved it. I love that. This sort of reminds me a bit of the yodeling stage from uh, what is it? Tekken 6. That's it. And then look at this, right? Dude, and then everything here is a danger. You got to be careful. I understand if you don't like things like breaks and stuff like that, you'll probably not like this stage. But I love this stage. I think this stage does quite literally everything really nicely. I think it looks fucking phenomenal. I love this stage. It looks beautiful. It's colorful as fuck, which can be good or bad depending on how But this stage, I think, it gets a great balance. And yeah, I honestly just love the stage. Very, very nice one. Bet you weren't expecting the Pac-Man stage here, huh? Top 2 Pac-Man stage. Wow. I see some people complain saying that the stage is just geometric plane or whatever that stage was in Tekken 7. I mean, I don't quite understand what they want them to do. I mean, the stage compared to that stage, this one switches a lot of shit up. Of course, maybe it's the same, like the walls look a little similar, but once you start like looking at the entire stage, there's just so much shit happening in the back with the little ghost guys. I forget what they're called. Um, but I used to love the PS2 Pac-Man game. Side note there, if you guys remember the one where you just like run around. I mean, I don't know. It was like an open world one, sort of. And then once you come down here after the initial floor break, there's just five more floor blasts, and I don't know what it is. This stage is fucking awesome. When Falcon Run was first announced, I didn't necessarily care too much because I didn't and it was never really a Falcon Run player. Really happy with how he turned out, but when I saw this stage right from the bat, like right off the bat, I saw some people were like the stage looks shit. I loved it, and I'll defend the stage. I saw some people switch up on it recently, like Moonsault, I believe, was saying the stage sucked originally when he first saw it, but now in a recent video he's saying it doesn't. So I don't know, but this stage looks great. we made it to number one. I think everybody was expecting this stage to be here, or at the very least top 5. The stage is fucking amazing. Um, seriously, this stage right here, there's no stage that looks better. This is what? Can't move the camera. This stage here. Oh wait, oh it's the area, man. I can't move the camera here. Sorry. This stage here is debatably a top 10 stage of all time, in my opinion. It's that fucking amazing. Like this stage looks beautiful, right? And here, um, let's just go down. Here's the second level. This is the stage from Tekken 6, I believe, right? With Jin and all that, and that also looks great. But here's the main thing I want to come to. This part of the stage looks fucking amazing, dude. This, so I think what they should have done with the stage. Also, is that June in the back? Yeah. See? Oh, there. But what they should have done with the stage, in my opinion, that would have made it so much better. Where the fuck did she go? Um, I think that's June. Yeah, that's June. Something that would have made the stage better, in my opinion, than it already is if they made this bottom part infinite. If they made this an infinite, I think it could have been better. Although I can see that it would probably interfere with the background stuff. If you're hitting it, it'd be like Tekken 4. But this stage is just genuinely like it's so well thought out, in my opinion. It's perfect. I actually have quite literally no bad things to say about this stage at all. Even the infinite stage thing that I said was a suggestion. If they never ever changed it into an infinite or whatever, if it just stayed like this, I'd still argue this is probably a top 10 stage in history. It's just that fucking good. Now I think there's probably gonna be plenty of people who would disagree with this list and be like, why do you have Phoenix Gate so high, or why do you put the beach low or something like that? Genmanji not top 5. Um, this is all my opinion. And again, I think all of these stages are great. This game has debatably some of the best stages in history. Like if you put them all together, I think that this game has maybe top 3 stages ever. Yeah, that's basically it. Just let me know what you guys think, and which stages you would switch out or put higher, maybe lower. And yeah, really appreciate you guys watching this. And sorry this video is coming out. I was supposed to make this video a few days ago, but I've been in the middle of moving, and you know how that is. It takes a while. But I finally got my room set up here, so I got enough time. So yeah, let me know what you guys would switch. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.